Hey guys, welcome to this week's Hot or Not Thursday. We are going to be discussing all things Morphe Cosmetics. I tried out some of their brushes, I put some of their palettes to the test, and I had never tried anything from Morphe until a little over a week ago when I was dropping my mom off at the airport and I decided that, hey, I'm in Burbank, why not stop by the actual location? I want to be clear, I paid for everything that you are going to see here myself. It is a very affordable line, so it's not like it was a big, huge, crazy expense. That is something that they are known for, is quality products that are at an affordable price. And the price is a bit crazy. You kind of wonder like how is this happening? But I do have some things that I prefer over others. I just kind of want to pro and con and give you guys a really good overview, show you some swatches. I got some stuff for the face, some stuff for the eyes, different palettes, metallics, more matte neutrals. So we have a few things to go through, and I really have spent my time swatching, doing different looks. In fact, I already did a very purpley look. I will link below the video where I am wearing that look. It's quite intense. But just so you have an idea, a lot of what I've been wearing day to day has been Morphe, and I had a few problems with the eyeshadows, which we will get to. But again, I want to be clear, this is my own absolute review. I do not even have an affiliate code with Morphe. They have never sent me anything. I feel like everybody on YouTube, like I watch my favorites and the Morphe. And I just had never gotten around to actually driving out and trying out some of the product or, ordering it or whatever. So let me get to this video. So it's about time. I got a big old bag full of stuff. This is actually just empty boxes. Why do I hold on to this? I have no idea. What is my problem? Like I'm gonna one day need just a random box. Other YouTubers out there, you know what I'm talking about. It's really hard to get rid of things because you're like, what if I need it for the thumbnail? What if I need it? I might need it, but I need to be done with that. First of all, they're larger 35 palettes, which are 35 and then a letter because there are 35 shadows in them. These are $22.99, and there are some of them on sale right now, which is kind of crazy because if you do the math, you're getting 35 shadows. That's less than $1 a piece. Really beautiful color assortment. This one right here is the 35W. I literally didn't even know which one was the popular one. Like I was tweeting about being there and Snapchatting about being there, and everyone's like, get the 35O, or was it the O? Anyway, there are lots of different ones. There are more popular ones than others. I kind of kick myself that I didn't get the Jaclyn Hill palette because I feel like that palette had more hand-selected, like best of the best Morphe shadows in there. I don't know. I got this one, and to be honest, my immediate thought was kind of like, Like I just felt like, oh my God, am I missing something? Like what is the hype? What is the big like fuss about this? I don't really understand. Now there are a few shadows in here, this one on the corner especially. This is what I feel like you see people swatching on Instagram and whatnot, where they go like this, oh my God, you guys, look, just one swatch, and like every single shade is like amazing. And then you go over to like something like this, and it's just a little bit more uneven and not as smooth. They're still smooth, but the texture varies from shadow to shadow. They are not all created equal. That is something that I noticed straight away. Some are more powdery, some are more pigmented, some are more smooth. Some of them you will have a hard time blending out. Some of them will blend like a dream. So as long as you go into it with the idea that not every single shadow is going to blow your mind, then I think for the price, it's a great deal. I will keep using this palette, especially, I love this shade right here. I just want to rub it all over my eyelid. The more intense metallic shades definitely pack more of a punch. That's pretty typical with shadow palettes, but with these especially, they're just incredibly pigmented. Now, the ingredients in these eyeshadows, let's take a pause. You get what you pay for. They have talc in them, they have parabens, they have some less than ideal ingredients, and just know that going in that you're not getting like the Rolls Royce of eyeshadow. It's obviously not like a $30 eyeshadow for one pot. You're getting 35 for 22 bucks. 23 bucks. Color selection is great. I think you can get a lot done with these colors, and I think for makeup artists starting out that this is an excellent option to get your kit going and just to have things for different skin tones, and you know, again, it's just super affordable. So the other large palette that I picked up was the 35p, and if you've been on my channel for any length of time, then you know that I just love me some purple. So I saw this and I was just like, yes, I could play with this all day, every day. We've got some brighter purples, some neutrals. Look at those crease colors. Like, it's just got so much fun stuff in here. And again, there are some winners and losers in this palette. These guys over here, unfortunately, did not blend out so well. I mentioned on Snapchat that I had to go in with a Marc Jacobs powder to kind of blend out the crease because it was just being a bit stubborn and not wanting to blend out the way I wanted it to. I don't like things to look like there's a harsh line or for things to look sloppy. So blending the matte shades I did have a bit of an issue with, but like, look at this top row right here. These are gorgeous. The pigmentation is fantastic. And you know, for 23 bucks, again, it's not bad, but keep in mind, you get what you pay for. Is it gonna be a Marc Jacobs Lolita palette? No. These are good for the price. They are good for color selection, variety. They are not the greatest of packaging. It's quite plasticky and feels a little bit cheap, but it is cheap and affordable. My favorites, and this is kind of like my everyday palette that I go to. I have some MAC shadows in here, some NARS shadows, and some Makeup Geek shadows. Now, Makeup Geek shadows make excellent transition shades. They're $6 for a pan, and the reason that I like those is because there is no talc, there are no parabens. Talc is generally used as a filler, and it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. There is talc in MAC eyeshadows as well, but what I like about the Makeup Geek ones is they blend. They just like blend out beautifully, especially for those transition shades. That's so important, and the pigmentation, because it is so intense, but blendable, it stays put all day long. So I really adore Makeup Geek shadows, the matte ones especially, and then with Morphe, I feel like I lean more toward the metallic. I did pick up this little guy right here. Shh, opening these is a little bit of a, there we go. There's no mirror in here or anything, so really it's just like basic like shadows. You're just getting your shadows. This guy right here is the 12S. You get 12 shades, and these are all gorgeous metallic. They have that kind of really intense pressed pigment vibe to them. And this is the palette that I'm wearing today. I'm actually wearing this shade on the lid, and then I'm wearing a darker shade kind of underneath it, which you can't really see. It kind of got hidden. I like the way it turned out. I did use Makeup Geek shadows for my transition and just to blend things up and out, but I think these are beautiful. And yeah, let's look at the swatches. I'll show you the top row, gorgeous kind of nudie and gold shades. And then the second row is phenomenal. The third row is really intense and very warm. So if you wanted something fun to play with that's not going to break the bank, then this is awesome. Now we're gonna talk about the one item that did not wow me, that I just don't like at all, that I wouldn't recommend, and that is the contour and highlight palette. The highlight just is not very, it looks like it's strong on my finger, but when you put this on the face, it really disappears pretty easily. This didn't sit well on the skin for me. I didn't like the way, I didn't like the shine. There was just something kind of off about it for me. And then these powders, I did contour with this one, but it ended up looking a little bit blotchy and splotchy after a few hours, and initially was a little bit of a trouble to blend. And then just thinking about the ingredients, this is gonna sound really like kind of like you care about your face more than your eyes, but I do care about different ingredients making me break out, and sometimes the really chemically lesser expensive mass manufactured things just really wreck my skin, and it did feel a little bit itchy on the skin. I do have very finicky, sometimes sensitive skin. My skin's so weird, and it just, no, you will know really quickly with makeup if something is making you itch, uncomfortable, like you will feel it. So just kind of trust what your skin and your body is telling you when you use products, whether it's makeup or body products or whatever. And this one for my face just did not work out. Now the brushes, I am going back down to Morphe and I'm gonna buy so many brushes because I really love the brushes. Can we see, like, I probably should have cleaned them before filming this video, but I used literally almost every single brush here today. I really, really love this E27. The girls working at Morphe are so sweet and so nice, and I literally walked in there and I was asking each and every one of them, what are your favorites? What are your must-have brushes? And they pointed me in every wonderful direction. And so I kind of feel like I got a sampling of the different styles that they carry because they have different brush collections, as you can see, like different types of bristles. I will share with you that I'm a bit of a crazy person when it comes to crease brushes. This one right here, the M430, oh my goodness, this is so good at getting right in this kind of hard to blend, hard to reach area right here. And it does such a fabulous job of blending things out. The M504 is a little bit stiff. This would be like the one that I would say, it's a little bit stiff, but it's still great. And these are super, super affordable. And then the M519 is nice as well, a little more dense. I actually have used the M164 for contouring, and this is nice and slim. You could use this in the crease. You can contour with it. Really, makeup brushes are your tools. Use them how you want. But this is just an unusual brush. I don't have anything like this in my collection, so I was like, yes. This brush, the E3, whew, my God, this is the perfect brush for baking. You get your bake on, and then you get a little powder on this brush, and then you go, ooh, doo, doo, and all of a sudden it's like perfection. So, so nice. Really, really love this one. I also picked up a fan brush, the Morphe B8, and this is just a nice highlighty, beautiful fan brush. Love this one. Oh my goodness, the E36. I actually take Cover FX custom cover drops, and I will grab a little bit of the custom cover drops and I will use this to conceal and then tap things in. It works beautiful for small detail areas. And then this is the E4. I really like the E collection. Yeah, they're so soft, so, so soft, blend everything out beautifully. I know I got one more brush. Where are you hiding? I did pick up the M439. Now this was the only brush of that whole bunch that I don't really like. I felt like it was a little bit scratchy. I definitely prefer the Makeup Geek Face Buffer brush. This one, for some reason, is just a lot more gentle. And this, I feel like it left some strokes on my face, but everyone in the store seemed to love this one. It was really very highly recommended. I don't know if I just have a weird texture feel thing for it, but it just seemed a little bit scratchy to me. That being said, I definitely am going to try more brushes. They have a huge assortment of brushes. If you are a new makeup artist, you're building your kit, or you're new to makeup and you need to get a hold of some great brushes that are absolutely affordable, that work really well, then check out their site for their brushes for sure. And that's basically it. I just wanted to share with you guys that I finally tried out Morphe products. You guys have tweeted me and left me messages and comments. You really, really wanted me to try this brand out, and there you have it. I found some winners and some things that I won't continue using. It's kind of how Hot or Not usually works. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you guys next time. Mwah.